is Miss Janice. Thank you so much for coming to join me today. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about syllables. But before we get started with syllables, I just want to go over one rule that I've been teaching you. And that is that if you know how to make a capital I, a lowercase I, a capital O, a lowercase o, you know how to write every letter and every number in the English and Spanish language system. So in order to make a capital I, you hold your pencil. Remember, let me close this right quick. You want to do your best to try to pick up your pencil and use it like this if you're left-handed, or like this if you're right-handed, and some kind of variation that means in a different way. But you want to make sure that you use it so that you can control it. And then there's that lesson I have to where you start off far away, and then you want to start off with your arm, that exercise, and then by the time it gets to your chest, you want to be using your wrist as it's coming to you. But when it gets to the paper, you want to use your fingers that you hold the pencil with. If you're learning how to write, you want to use a pencil. Okay? So, as you're holding your pencil, you want to make a down line, down, and stop. Lift, and then you go from the either right to the left or the left to the right, and make a cross. If you're right-handed, you go from here to here. I'm left-handed, I go from the right to the left. You draw a shorter line down, and then you make a dot. You start here or here. I start here because I'm left-handed, and I go to the left. It's a capital O. I can do it down here. That way you can see how to write. Oops. I usually hold my pencil like that. That's a lowercase o. Now when I play a game with writing, I go down the ladder. Did you see that? Then I stop. I go across the bridge. Then I stop. I go across the bridge, and then I stop. I go down the ladder. And this literally means stop right here. That right there means stop. When you pick up your pencil. Pick up your pencil. Anyway, that's a dot. You don't have to make it like that. You make it the way I just did it with the... Okay? And then you go over the bridge, under the bridge, and stop. Then make a smaller one. You go over the bridge, under the bridge, and stop. Let's do that one more time. You go down the ladder. You go across the bridge. You go under the bridge. Excuse me. You go across the bridge at the top, and then you go across the bridge at the bottom. Go down the ladder and you stop. You go over the bridge, under the bridge, And the reason it took me a while is because usually when I say over the bridge, I start here and then I go under the bridge and then I stop here. Okay, so let's go down the ladder. Stop. Across the bridge. Stop. Across the bridge. Stop. You go down the ladder. Stop. You go over the bridge. Under the bridge. You go over the bridge. Under the bridge. And the reason I say ladder and bridge is because in learning how to teach to write, the Lord had showed me a bridge, and then when I saw the bridge in real life, I was traveling on this road. I saw a vision, excuse me, I said in real life. When I saw this vision, I was traveling on the road, and this is the line that it looks like a road. I could have said go across the road, but I didn't. Because when I got to, I believe it's Burnside, I live in Portland, Oregon, and so when I got to a bridge in Portland, Oregon, I actually saw a ladder where there was a little house at the top of it. But when I was writing or learning how to write to teach the young people, it was turned, and I gotta hold it because I gotta make sure it stays in the area of the, let me do this. Okay. It was this right here, and on our bridge, sorry about that. It was this right here, and on our bridges or on our roads in Portland, Oregon, because I'm saying in Portland, Oregon, because when I make videos, I make them for other countries, other cities, other states, so everywhere is not like it is here. I have never been to Africa, but I know that people in Africa look at these videos, so that's why I'm explaining it this way. But when I was going down the road, this is really a road, cars are here, you know, going in both directions. But when I went to a bridge, some of the roads open up, and there's a little house over here where the people go. There's this window, and then there's a ladder. Okay, and then there's this section in the middle of the bridge that the person that climbs up this ladder see what I'm saying? The person that climbs up this ladder goes into and controls the opening and closing of the bridge. And so what happened was, one day I was writing in real life, and the street, it's like this looked like the street. It was the board, but the Lord had allowed me to realize was writing is like traveling. Before he told me that, I just would teach people how to write, capital I, lowercase I, etc. But then as I began to teach, he showed me this vision of this bridge, and then this is the paper, the line that young people usually write on when their teacher is teaching them how to write. it looks like a road. It looks like a road. You know how I was saying how the cars that come, and they're traveling, and usually this is going this. These cars go this way, and then these cars on this side end up going this way, right? And then there's this little, not little, but there's this light here, and then there's a light here, and the light here flashes and tell these cars that's going this way to stop, and the light here flashes telling the cars that are going this way to stop, so that the bridge can come up. Anyway, so when I realized that this is a piece of paper, you know, because when you're writing on a piece of paper, there's a space. And then, like, the teacher or instructor would say, okay, I want you to make an A, so you go down the ladder, but you slant that line. Stop. You go, start here, go down the ladder, stop, and then you go across the bridge. Then I want you to make a lower, that's a capital A. I want you to make a lowercase a. You go over, excuse me, you go over the bridge, then you go under the bridge, then you stop. If you want to make an I, you go down the ladder, across the bridge, and see, remember, down the ladder, across the bridge. If you want to make a B, you go over the bridge, under the bridge, over the bridge, under the bridge. If you want to make a C, you go over the bridge, down the ladder, under the bridge. You want to make a D, go down the ladder, over the bridge, under the bridge. You want to make a lowercase f. I have to stretch my road here. You go lowercase f. You go over the bridge. You go down the ladder. You go across the bridge. You see, so anyway, even though this is the road, I mean, he just pictured it for me that way. And the way I got the rule about lowercase I, capital I, lowercase o, capital O, and vice versa, is because he woke me up one day and he told me that, little one, if you teach the children, when he woke me up, he said, little one, did you know? Little one means under the watchful eye of God. He said, little one, did you know that if you know how to write a capital I, a lowercase I, and a capital O, and a lowercase O, you know how to write every letter and every number in the English and Spanish language. But at the time that he told me, I'm sorry, he said, did you know that you know how to write every letter in the English language? And then as I began to practice it, like I was just showing you, and then he told me, you know how to write every letter and every number. And the reason he said that is because it's true, of course. Because if you make a lowercase c, you can also make, if you know how to make a lowercase I, and if you know how to make a lowercase o and a lowercase I, you know how to write the number 1, 2, 3, 4. And usually when you start writing, you write big. So let's put that to the test. Let's write the number 5. That seems hard enough. I'm gonna show you what everything is. This right here is the top. This is capital I. This is lowercase I. This is a capital O and a lowercase o. Okay. And now we're gonna make the number 5, and I'm just gonna tell you. This is the top part of a capital I. This is the lower part of the lowercase I. This is the top part of a lowercase o. Here comes the side, and then go up under. You see what I'm saying? So if you know how to make this and that, you know how to make a number 5. If you know how to make a capital O, you know how to write a number 6. Because it uses both of these in the number 6. You go over the bridge, you go down the ladder, you go under the bridge, then you go back over the bridge. See? So it's the same movement. The movement never changes. It continually flows. It continually flows. Okay. Now remember how I was explaining that if writing, reading, and math goes together? Well, when you're working with syllables. When you're working with syllables, a syllable is like music to your ears. It's like music to your ears. Like one of the first words that I can think of is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like unbelievable. Every time I say a syllable, I'm going to snap my fingers. Unbelievable. Okay? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's why I said it's like music to your ears. Unbelievable. 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 See? I mean, it's like music to your ears. Syllables. Syllables is like music to your ears. But what you do is, if you don't know how to count, you won't know that unbelievable has 5 syllables. Unbelievable. And the way that you use that, or you know that is true, is because you form different sounds with your mouth. Now remember, the sounds are ah, b. I hope you can see this. Rain kind of small here. K or s, which is C. D. E or E. G or J. H. I or I. J. K. O or O. P. K. R. S. T. Or U. W. X. Y. Z. This one is either I or E, because sky, S-K-Y, sky. You do not spell sky, S-K-I. That's called ski, okay? And remember E or I? That's another lesson. Anyway, so on unbelievable, you say un b l li v v bull b. So un b li v bull. So your tongue and your mouth forms unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable. And the reason you are being taught syllables is because learning syllables help you to know how to remember how to spell a word. It's an easier way of learning how to spell a word. Let's see, grasshopper. One of the mistakes that happens when you're learning how to do syllables is you slow your words down, so you begin to write down sounds like grasshopper. These are consonant blends. That's another lesson. Okay, so grasshopper, grasshopper, grasshopper. That was not a good word because I didn't teach you consonant blends yet. Okay, so let me give you a easier one. That's open. That's a good one. Open. 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 Desirable. I don't know why. Bowl. B. Desirable. I think desirable. There's something wrong there. And I'm doing this on purpose because we're going to come back to it. But I don't want you to feel that you're not getting it because you don't do it right all the time. See, there's a lesson that I taught, and I don't know if it's on YouTube yet. There's a lesson that I taught, and it tells about like TH, ER, SL, SL. They're consonant blends, and then sometimes you put them with vowels, and they're a consonant and a vowel together, and they're some words you just have to remember, and it's like remember. You have to remember it. You have to remember rules, like there's silent letters. Remember I told you that every math, reading, and writing has rules, patterns, and that you have to remember. And like when you write words, let me give you okay, one of the examples is doubt. The doubt is spelled D-O-U-B-T. And that's why I need for people that hear these videos or listen to these videos or see these videos, that I just talk and I tell them, and I talk not all, a lot of times, people tell me what they need to learn, like syllables. But when I'm making the videos, things come to me that allow me to explain it better, but then I need to make another video to go with this one. And the reason I'm stopping to explain that is because desirable, a bowl, I forgot, see, desire, then there's a bowl, and I forgot the desirable, and because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 syllables, and that made me remember that a lot of times when we say words slow, because usually, when I was learning how to do syllables, I learned to just say a word slow. But that's not it, because usually when you say a word slow, you do this, the way I did this one. Grasshopper. And I put, so grass, but grass is one word and there's only one syllable. Grass. It's not pronounced like grass, it's grass. That's how I come up with this word, and then did not put that sound in, because a bowl is an ending word, like I'm trying to think of another word besides desirable. ABLE is used on a lot of words. Capable, that's not good. Let's see. Okay, moveable, touchable, helpable, laughable, and it means able to do it. The word is able, but it means it can do it, or you can do it, or it's possible to do it with that object or thing, word, or okay. So syllables, you want to know how to use syllables, or how to count syllables. And syllables are a rhythm, a beat of a word. I was picturing myself at the school or the church. I have this blackboard at the church that I stand at and teach from. And when I was standing at the blackboard, remember I said I pictured myself, so that means that I had a vision of me doing this. I was standing at the blackboard and I was clapping my hands to the scripture that says, in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. First, what we did was picture ourselves counting the words. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So that's 10 words. But then when I wanted to break it down into syllables, I went, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. So, and then I underline the words that had more than one syllable. Like in only had one syllable. The beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So it's 10 words, but 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, but 15 syllables. In my mind's eye, I'm hearing 1, 2. How did she get that? I was just adding the numbers. 1, 2, 5, 6, and 3 is 9, 10, and 2 is 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, well, I'm going to stop right here. So if you need any more help in regards to syllables, please write me or text me. Excuse me. Please email me. I didn't give you my phone number, so you can't text me, but it comes on my phone. MZJanis, Janis, MZJanis 50@gmail.com. Enjoy your day. Be blessed. And know that God hears you when you talk to Him in regards to learning something that deals with school. So continue to talk to Him, and to get faster, or to get to move your request up to the front, and to move your request up to the front, email me. Bye for now. Have a blessed day.